What's up, Grizzlies? On today's episode, we are going to be doing an oil change as well as swapping our plastic oil pan for a steel one, so stay tuned. What's up, guys? Welcome back. And today, like I said, we're gonna be doing an oil change for the Mk7 Gti. It's getting a bit hot outside. It's getting to that time of summer where it's almost painful to come outside. I just don't want to come outside and work on the car, especially for a long period of time. So it's been very difficult for me to have time to come out here and work on the car, being that I don't have a garage or somewhere air conditioned to work on it. It's a semi-decent day today, so before it gets super hot, I'm gonna try and knock it out. But we do have an awesome kit here that you can buy in several places. I have the links down below in the description, but it is consisting of pretty much a steel oil pan, Liquimoly, the chrome filter housing for the oil filter, and of course, a new oil filter. So today we'll be installing that and I'll be showing you how not to do it. Disclaimer, as always, guys, I am not a mechanic. I have never done this before. It's my first time, so bear with me. And if you guys have better ways to do it or things that could save time for other viewers, go ahead and comment down below. Let us know. Help each other out, guys. And also, if you weren't aware, guys, I will be at European Experience starting on May 17th is when we arrive. I'm gonna be there with Paul from Deutsch Auto Parts. So thank you, Paul, for allowing me to join you in this great experience. So if you guys wanna meet either of us, come on down, meet us there in Savannah, Georgia, May 17th. Got lots of great shows to come, guys, so I hope you guys will contact me. Let me know if you guys are gonna be there. Message me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever you guys wanna contact me on, even email, which I do check sometimes, but I would love to meet more of you guys. I don't know about you guys, but I always keep my tools in the trunk. Yeah. So the first thing we're gonna wanna do, obviously, is jack up the car. We're gonna use 4 jack stands for this for ultimate safety, as well as to ensure that we can have the highest achievable height of the car so we can just slide underneath. Now, if you have some kind of tool that allows you to lay on your back and slide underneath, I think they're like a sled or whatever the f you wanna call it, I mean, that would be handy, but I don't have one, so I just tough it out and lay on my back. Sucks, but. Now, if you guys happen to have jack pads, which is just a piece of rubber that goes on top of your jack in between the actual frame of the car and the jack, that would be ideal. I don't have any, but I am gonna invest in some in the near future because it really would help from pretty much causing a lot of strain to the bracing underneath that I use to lift up the car. If you have them, use them. If not, well, hey, make do. You know, I'm not gonna lie, this doesn't look too bad as an off-road vehicle. I mean, you know, that gap is, what the, that's insane. You know, I have half a mind to buy a Golf R just so I can make an off-road vehicle out of it. Can you imagine that much lift on an all-wheel drive? I got new license plates. Yeah, it says Grizzly Gearhead, just in case you didn't know already from the front license plate that says Grizzly TV. If you're one of those people who like to run your license plates in the windshield, these are these great little suction cups that you can buy on Amazon and eBay for like $2, $3 and allows it to stay upright instead of just falling down and falling in the driver's seat, which happens to me all the time. Whoa, what are those? Now we got what we need. We got our little drain pan and funnel. I guess that's what we'll call it. Okay, so as usual, I'm going to watch my instructional video on Deutsch Auto Parts YouTube channel. If you haven't heard about them, go ahead and check them out. Link in the description, and the video will be up in the cards that I'm about to watch. So I would check that out, highly recommended, because it's definitely more informative than mine. So yeah, be right back. All right, so before we get started here and we go underneath the car, I'm gonna show you the kit that I purchased. So we have our Liquimoly here, and I believe this is a 5-liter, and then of course, that's not gonna be enough for the car, so you wanna buy the small, of course, 1 liter, so it's about 6 liters. But this can be purchased separately in one piece, just these 6 liters, or you can buy the entire kit that includes the stainless steel pan. Actually, I'm not even sure if it's stainless, it's just steel. The thing about this, an issue we just figured out right now, and this is one reason that I would actually recommend going with Deutsch Auto Parts. I had actually purchased this before I knew about their kit there. This one doesn't have the magnetic, pretty much little screw thingy-mabobber. With that, that allows you to just kind of like torque it on and off, remove it, and the magnetic adhesion kind of keeps it on there very nice. This, however, I cannot figure out for the life of me how to remove. And if you look very closely at this, you'll actually see that it looks like it's sealed up. So I don't know why they would do that. I've tried my impact driver, different tools, wrenches, etc., and I cannot get it off for the life of me. So I don't know if I'm supposed to remove it or not, if it's a one-time thing. So, I mean, that would be very odd because this isn't exactly cheap. So if you guys know what's up with this, please let me know so I can still use this. So unfortunately for today, I'm not gonna be putting this on because I don't know why this won't come off. So if you know, hit me up. So on that note, this is the other thing we'll be installing today. This is the ECS, I guess you can call it chrome filter housing for the Mark 7. And pretty much it's just gonna be a simple swap over of the stock one to the chrome one, adding the filter for a nice clean oil, and we'll be good. It just drops in like that, ta-da. So I'm gonna get underneath right now and drain the oil from the car and get started with this. Man, this sucks. Ow. Fuck.
Okay, how close do you want me to? Oh my God, Brennan, if this car falls on both of us, our kids are not gonna have parents.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so what we're gonna do here, guys, is in this very small crawl space that is touching my belly, we're gonna try and get a flathead or even a Phillips into this right here. This is the drain plug for the oil pan. Be careful not to hit this wire right here too hard. This is for the sensor on the oil pan. This is probably gonna splash everywhere, so be careful.
What?
Yeah, so back up just a little bit just in case. Be ready to move that fucking pan if it starts to spill everywhere.
I'm gonna have one hand.
Okay.
Just pick it up.
Do you see what I'm trying to do here?
Oh, it's leaking. All right, good. You're fine.
Oh, that was actually really, really easy. I'm like 8,500 miles in on my 10,000 mile change. So it smells pretty good.
It smells like fucking oil.
I love that smell. That and gasoline. And there's no way I could fit on a sled under here. Like, there's no way I could roll around. I'm fucking like, my belly is inside of the engine bay right now. This doesn't work very well for me. Who needs a sled? All right, so I just finished my delicious chicken salad, insert picture here, and I've now got my Bud Light Limerita, because this thing, you know, it sounds horrible, but it's pretty fucking horrible. Don't recommend it. All right, so we got the fancy gloves on now, so let's go ahead and pull this out. And taking a look at that oil, it actually looks very good. I don't see any reason to be worried about the engine nading itself. Yes! So I'll be honest with you guys, I have no idea how to dispose of oil. So obviously a quick Google search will solve that issue. But for now, I'm just gonna go ahead and put all that used oil in some old containers I have for some laundry detergent, apple juice, and a milk carton just in case I need extra. But I do know for a fact that tossing it in the street or in the grass is definitely not the right solution. Just do your part and just don't trash your home and your neighborhood, because that's not cool, okay? Not cool.
Stay cool, bird boy.
So obviously I made a mess. I don't really care too much about my concrete, but if you do, probably lay something out like some cardboard or plastic. So at least it's not in the grass. So as you can see, we've built up a good little reserve of used oil. This is a 3 liter, and this is probably another 2.5 right here, I'd say. But you can't really see too much, but that's a good amount of oil that you don't really want spilling off into the wrong areas. So go ahead and package that up and save it for later when you can actually dispose of it properly. So I actually don't have another drain plug, so I'm just gonna reuse the stock one. It's not really recommended. They usually say to just buy a replacement one. I'll have to do that for my next oil change, but for this one, I'm gonna give it a go. Should be fine.
Jesse, don't do it.
All right, so now that the plug is back in, we can go ahead and pop the hood, put the Liquimoly in, and then attach the chrome filter housing. So this right here is a filter housing, guys. So all you have to do is, with a special tool, we're gonna go ahead and unscrew this housing, and then we can change out the filter, put in the new chrome housing somewhere over there, and we'll be good to go. So here's the new chrome one with the filter on the inside. Bring that over here. Put that there for now. Then we're gonna go ahead and take off our engine cover by just popping it off. That thing's on there pretty good. Put this off to the side. So for this part, I'm actually using a special tool from Schwabin. It's a 32mm socket that attaches to a 3/8 ratchet. So we just put these together right here, and then we can go ahead and unscrew this. It's always good to have a good microfiber handy whenever you're dealing with oil, so you can catch any runoff or clean any parts that you pull up. So there you can see it, guys. That's pretty much what it looks like. And this is the filter in here, and you can see, that thing is pretty grimy. Whew, that's in there pretty good. So that just pops out, and you can see just how dirty this thing gets pretty quickly. Now, on the actual housing itself, you'll notice there's an O-ring right here. This O-ring is what we're gonna actually remove and replace on the new housing. So using the flathead, we're gonna carefully try and take off the O-ring. Don't wanna rip it. Just get it off enough, kind of slide underneath so it pops up. So we're just gonna keep working this on up until we can take it off completely. And once that's off, that's pretty much all we're gonna need from there, except maybe this right here. Okay, so I've kind of run into an issue here. I'm trying to figure out how to remove this right here. The center part that allows you to plug in to the bottom right here has 2 little O-rings. The difference between this and this, obviously, is a giant, I guess you could say, rod sticking out from the middle. So we gotta remove that and put it into the new housing. Okay, so using some long pliers, I was actually able to kind of stick them inside here and just kind of pull up on it, and it popped right out. If you look inside, there's also a little tiny spring attached to a piece right here, a little clip. And on the inside, you see kind of the similarities between that one and the other one. They have the little prongs in there. So we're gonna go ahead and try and return this inside here and then put it on. So that'll be the challenge for now. Forgive my voice, I'm a bit sick today. I've been this whole week, but we're gonna take this filter right here, and all you have to do is insert it into the housing. You're gonna hear a nice little audible click or pop as soon as it enters all the way, and that's when you know it's time to insert this bad boy in the original place. Yeah, so just clean it up, and then go ahead and put it back in. All right, so now that this little shit's in, if you look at the top right here, it says 18 foot-pounds. That's what you're supposed to torque it down to. So take your torque wrench and adjust accordingly. This is a torque wrench.
No shit.
So first things first, you gotta identify which one of these is the oil cap. Now, obviously, for me, it's gonna be the one with the little oil canister on there. Now, some people are saying, why the hell does it look like Aladdin's lamp? Was there a fucking genie in here? Well, no, it's probably because Aladdin was from the Middle East, and in the Middle East, they got lots of oil. I don't know, ask Bush. So I kind of realized something while I was working. I was looking for like a whole bunch of like 2-gallon things and etc. in the trash, digging through the recyclables, when I could have just used this when it's empty. I mean, I really didn't think about it until I emptied it out and I was like, oh, should have done that. If you didn't think about it, which I'm sure most of you probably did, you can go ahead and use your empty oil can thingamajiggers and put your dirty oil in. That way you can transport it to the drop-off location of your choice. So there you go, pro tip. I thought some of you guys might get a kick out of this. Now, if you notice right here, you might have noticed it in some other shots. This, if you're wondering what it was, is actually just an ice pick. So you're wondering, why is there an ice pick in my engine bay? Well, in the ECS boost tap right here, it has these little set screws, and they're there to block off the holes when you're not using the actual valves to route your vacuum somewhere. So the one on the other side fell off, so I had to actually attach the stem. And since there's a stem, I decided, well, I might as well put a hose and then plug it off to keep my vacuum and, you know, allow the car to run properly. So I just stuck an ice pick inside one end of the hose and then down to the actual stem of the boost tap, and voila, we have vacuum and it works fine for now. So super ghetto, I know, and there's not much I can do unless I buy some more set screws or something, but once I install my boost gauge and properly run vacuum to that, I won't have an issue anymore. So, hey, you know, make do. What's up? What you doing?
I think she's mad at me. See, the foot tap. What are you mad at me for? What did I do?
You so sassy.
I told you can't go outside. Unless you have apple juice outside.
Baby,
Oh, you want some?
not apple juice.
Come
I'm
here.
not drinking
Come here, I'll
it.
show you the apple juice. Here, have some apple juice.
Ooh, doesn't it look yummy? Extra thick.
Look at that spider, another one, get
No,
it.
Wait, stop, where is it?
Get it, it's on my arm, right there, grab it. Right there, on my arm, look, right here, where that
Oh.
camera is. Thank
Oh,
you.
it's in my hand.
There's
Mom.
another one on my face. Ah! Ah! That is pretty much it for the oil change and for the aluminum billet oil filter housing install. Unfortunately, I didn't get to do the steel oil pan today, but I'll figure out what's going on with that drain plug. It's being weird, but I'll figure it out, don't you worry. But if you guys liked the video, like it, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Stay boosted, bros. It's chocolate fudge, actually.
Chocolate syrup.
And you want some chocolate syrup?
She's too smart.
Get out of here.